Virat Kohli, born 5th November 1988, is an Indian international cricketer who plays Test and ODI cricket for the national team and is a former captain in all formats. He is a right-handed batsman and an occasional right-arm medium-pace bowler. He is called the King, the Chase Master and the Run Machine for his playing style, records and ability to lead the team to victory. Kohli is the highest run scorer in the Indian Premier League, third in T20I, third in ODI, and third in international cricket. Regarded as one of the greatest batsmen of all time, he holds the record for the most ODI centuries and has the second most centuries in international cricket. He is the first and only batsman to cross 10,000 runs in chases. Kohli is also the only captain to lead India to 3 consecutive Test match wins during 2017, 2018, and 2019. Kohli led the Indian team to victory at the 2008 U19 World Cup and was a key member of the teams that won the 2011 ODI World Cup, 2013 Champions Trophy, 2024 T20 World Cup, and 2025 Champions Trophy. He represents Royal Challengers Bengaluru in the Indian Premier League and Delhi in domestic cricket. In 2013, Kohli was ranked number 1 in the ODI batting rankings. In 2015, he achieved the same in T20I. In 2018, he was ranked the number 1 Test batsman, making him the only Indian to hold the number 1 spot in all 3 formats. He is the first player to score 20,000 runs in a decade. ICC named him the Male Cricketer of the Decade for the years 2011 to 2020. Kohli has garnered 10 ICC awards, making him the most awarded player in international cricket history. He won the ODI Player of the Year award 4 times in 2012, 2017, 2018, and 2023. He has also won the Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy given to the Cricketer of the Year on 2 occasions in 2017 and 2018. In 2018, he touched on his peak and became the first player to win all the 3 major awards: Garfield Sobers Trophy, ODI and Test Player of the Year awards in the same year. He was awarded the Spirit of Cricket Award in 2019. He was also awarded the Cricketer of the Decade and ODI Cricketer of the Decade in 2020. Kohli was named the Wisden leading cricketer in the world for 3 consecutive years, from 2016 to 2018. Kohli has the most Player of the Series awards and second most Player of the Match awards to his name in all 3 formats combined. He was honored with the Arjuna Award in 2013, the Padma Shri in 2017, and India's highest sporting honor, the Khel Ratna Award, in 2018. Time magazine included him on its list of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2018. After winning the 2024 T20 World Cup and winning the Player of the Match award in the final, Kohli announced his retirement from T20s. He is married to actress Anushka Sharma, and they have 2 children. Early life: Kohli was born on 5th November 1988 in Delhi into a Punjabi Hindu family. His mother Saroj Kohli is a housewife while his father Prem Nath Kohli worked as a criminal lawyer. He has an elder brother Vikas and an elder sister Bhavna. His formative years were spent in Uttam Nagar. His early education was at Vishal Bharti Public School. As per his family, Kohli exhibited an early affinity for cricket as a 3-year-old. He would pick up a bat and request his father's ball to him. In 1998, the West Delhi Cricket Academy was created. In May, his father arranged for him to meet Rajkumar Sharma. Upon the suggestion of their neighbors, Kohli's father considered enrolling his son in a professional cricket academy, as they believed his ability merited more than gully cricket. He was unable to secure a place in the U14 Delhi team due to extraneous factors. His father reportedly received offers to relocate his son to influential clubs, which would ensure his selection, but he declined the proposals. Kohli found his way into the U15 team. He received training at the academy and participated in matches at the Sumit Dogra Academy located at Vasundhara Enclave. In pursuit of furthering his cricketing career, he transferred to Xavier Convent School during his 9th grade education. On 18 December 2006, his father died due to a cerebral attack. As per his mother, Kohli's demeanor shifted noticeably after his father's death. He took on cricket with newfound seriousness, prioritizing playing time and dedicating himself fully to the sport. Kohli's family resided in Mirabagh, Paschim Bihar until the year 2015, after which they relocated to Gurgaon. Youth career. Kohli's junior cricket career kicked off in October 2002 at the Lonu Cricket Ground against Himachal Pradesh. His first half-century in domestic cricket happened at Feroz Shah Kotla, where he scored 70 runs against Haryana. By the end of the season, he had amassed a total of 172 runs, emerging as the highest run scorer for his side with an average of 34. During the 2003-04 season, Kohli was appointed the captain of the U15 team. He scored 54 runs in Delhi's victory over Himachal Pradesh. In the next fixture against Jammu and Kashmir, Kohli scored his maiden century with a score of 119. By the end of the season, he had a total of 390 runs at an average of 78, which included 2 centuries. Towards the end of 2004, Kohli earned selection for the 2004-05 Vijay Merchant Trophy with the Delhi U17 team. In the 4 matches that he played, Kohli had a total of 470 runs, with his highest score being 251 runs. The team's coach, Ajit Chaudhary, lauded his performance and was particularly impressed with his temperament on the field. He commenced the 2005-06 season with a score of 227 against Punjab. Following their victory over Uttar Pradesh in the quarterfinals, Delhi was scheduled to play against Baroda in the semi-finals. The team had high expectations from Kohli, who had promised his coach to finish the job. True to his word, Kohli went on to score 228 runs, leading Delhi to victory. The team later secured the tournament with a 5-wicket win over Mumbai, where he contributed with a half-century in the first innings. He ended as the highest run scorer with a total of 757 runs from 7 matches, averaging 84. On 18 February 2006, Kohli made his debut in List A cricket, playing against Services in the Ranji One-Day Trophy, but he did not get the opportunity to bat during the match. In 2006, Kohli got a spot in the state senior team. Subsequently, he made his first-class debut on 23 November 2006 during the opening match of the Ranji Trophy season against Tamil Nadu. However, his debut innings was a brief one, as he was dismissed after scoring 10 runs. In the subsequent match against former champions, Karnataka, Delhi found themselves trailing with a score of 130/5, with Kohli remaining unbeaten on 40 at the end of the day's play. That night, Kohli's father passed away. Despite the heart-wrenching news, Kohli returned to the match and continued to bat and scored 90 runs before he was dismissed. Chetan Chauhan, the coach, was impressed by his determination and unwavering attitude in the face of adversity. Venkatesh Prasad lauded his crucial knock, which was executed in the midst of an emotional upheaval. After his dismissal, Kohli attended his father's funeral. His innings proved to be crucial for Delhi as they were able to avoid the follow-on. The team's captain, Mithun Manhas, praised Kohli for his performance, acknowledging its pivotal role in the team's success. Kohli's foray into T20 cricket first happened in April 2007 during the Interstate T20 Championship, where he emerged as the top run-getter for his team with a tally of 179 runs at an average of 35. In September 2008, Kohli played in Nissar Trophy against SNGPL. He emerged as the leading scorer for Delhi in both innings, registering 52 runs in the first innings and a towering 197 in the second. The match ultimately ended in a draw, SNGPL being declared the victors due to their lead in first innings. In the 2009-10 Ranji Trophy season, Kohli returned to domestic cricket. During a match against Maharashtra, he opened the batting and scored 67 runs, helping Delhi to secure the bonus point required for victory. India U19 team in July 2006, Kohli was selected in the India Under-19 squad on its tour of England. He averaged 105 in the three-match ODI series against England Under-19s, while also averaging 49 in the three-match Test series. Following India U19 success in both the ODI and Test series, the team's coach Lalchand Rajput noted Kohli's adeptness in facing both pace and spin bowling and expressed his admiration for his technical prowess. In September, the U19 team toured Pakistan. In the first Test match, Kohli scored 63 and 28 as India won by 271 runs against Pakistan Under-19s. In the second match, he contributed 83 runs to India's victory by 240 runs and an innings. He concluded the tour with 80 runs in the final ODI game at Lahore. In early 2007, Kohli was a part of the India U19 team that toured New Zealand, where he scored 113 in the first Test match. The series ended in a draw. In the following month, the team travelled to Malaysia for a tri-series against England Under-19s and Sri Lanka Under-19s, where Kohli did not get many opportunities to bat. In July-August, India U19 embarked on a tour for a tri-series against Sri Lanka Under-19s and Bangladesh Under-19s, where he did not score a half-century in any of the matches. He made a comeback with scores of 144 and an unbeaten 94 in the following Test series. Kohli came into the limelight in 2008 when he led the team to victory in the U19 World Cup. He led the Indian squad and won the 2008 U19 World Cup held in Malaysia. He amassed 235 runs at an average of 47, ranking as the tournament's third highest scorer and one of three cricketers to compile a century. His century, a knock of 100 runs off 74 balls, versus the West Indies Under-19s in a group stage encounter, was lauded by ESPN Cricinfo as the innings of the tournament. This innings paved the way for India's 50-run triumph and fetched Kohli the Man of the Match award. Additionally, Kohli's all-round performance in the semi-final against New Zealand Under-19s, where he captured 2 wickets and contributed 43 runs in the run chase, was core to India's victory. 36. In the championship match, Kohli managed a score of 19 against South Africa Under-19s and his contribution led to the eventual 12-run win via DL method. In June 2008, Kohli and his U19 teammates Pradeep Sangavan and Tanmay Srivastava were awarded the Border Gavaskar Scholarship. This scholarship, aimed at honing the skills of the chosen cricketers, provided an opportunity to train for 6 weeks at Cricket Australia's Centre of Excellence in Brisbane. In a bid to identify potential talent for the senior team, Kohli was selected to represent India Emerging Players in the Emerging Players Tournament 2008. His finest performance in the tournament was against New Zealand Emerging Players, where he played a knock of 120 runs, leading India to a 7-wicket victory. With an aggregate of 204 runs, Kohli's performances did not go unnoticed by the selectors who were observing his progress. He began his international cricket journey by joining the senior team in Colombo, having played 28 Under-19 ODIs and 12 Under-19 Tests. International career as captain. Virat Kohli first stood in as captain in a 2013 three-country series in the West Indies when MS Dhoni, the Indian captain at that time, was injured, and continued to lead for the rest of the series. He subsequently led India in an ODI series against Zimbabwe when several senior players were rested. Kohli also captained India in the 2014 Asia Cup in Dhoni's absence, scoring 100, but India failed to reach the final. Kohli has always been an aggressive batsman, and he showed this facet in his first Test captaincy, when Dhoni was injured before a match against Australia in Adelaide in 2014. Not content with a century in his captaincy debut in the first innings, Kohli showed he would not play for a draw as many past Indian captains had, scoring 141 in the second innings as India came close to chasing a challenging 364. After Dhoni returned for the second Test, Kohli took over again in the third with Dhoni injured again and scored a century and a 50 as India drew the Test. Dhoni retired after the match, leading to Kohli being announced as the official Test captain from the fourth match onward. Captaincy seemed to agree with Kohli in Tests, where he hit his first double century against the West Indies in 2016, followed by another double against New Zealand the same year, leading India to wins in both series. He hit double hundreds in his next two series against England and Bangladesh as well, becoming the first batsman to hit double centuries in 4 consecutive series. Kohli captained India at the 2017 ICC Champions Trophy, but India lost to Pakistan in the final. Kohli scored 2 double centuries that year in a Test series against Sri Lanka. He continued to score ODI hundreds. On the 2018 tour to England, he rectified his poor run from the last England tour with a series of good scores, leading India to 1 win, but the team was defeated in close matches and lost the series 4-1. The same year Kohli became the 13th batsman to score 10,000 runs in ODIs, becoming the fastest to do so. In a full 54 innings fewer than Sachin Tendulkar had, previously the fastest. The crowning glory of his captaincy career came on the 2018-19 tour of Australia, when the Kohli-led India side won its first Test series in Australia. In the process, Kohli scored his 25th Test 100. Kohli was named captain of the Indian team for the ODI World Cup in 2019. He scored 5 50s in the tournament, which many considered below expectations for a player of his caliber. India lost to New Zealand in the semi-finals, but Kohli became the fastest to 20,000 international runs across formats during the tournament. In a Test series against South Africa later that year, he scored his highest Test score of 254 not out. He was an all-format captain by now. He led India to Australia on the 2020-21 tour but returned home for the birth of his daughter after India's defeat in the first Test. He was unable to return to Australia because of COVID-19 pandemic travel restrictions and watched from India as Ajinkya Rahane rallied an injury-hit Indian side to a 2-1 series victory. Kohli's performance subsequently dipped across formats, and he was not to hit another century for a few years, though he continued to score several 50s. During this period, India lost to New Zealand in the final of the inaugural World Test Championship in 2021 and failed to qualify for the knockout round in the 2021 T20I World Cup. Kohli subsequently resigned from T20I and ODI captaincy, both positions being taken over by Rohit Sharma. In 2022, Kohli stepped down from Test captaincy, and Sharma took over. Kohli had captained India in a record 68 Tests, winning 40 of them. He has been the most successful Indian captain by some distance, with series wins both home and away, and his record compares favorably with great captains across eras. Post-captaincy performance. After poor performances for a few years, Kohli finally returned to form in spectacular fashion, scoring his first T20I 100 against Afghanistan in the 2022 Asia Cup, but India failed to qualify for the final. He was the top scorer in the 2022 T20I World Cup, in which India lost in the semi-finals to eventual winner England. In that tournament he won high praise for his back-to-the-wall 80 to not out in a successful chase against Pakistan. In early 2023, Kohli got back to hitting ODI hundreds, beginning with a century against Sri Lanka. Against Australia, he scored his first Test century in 3 years in the 4th Test in Ahmedabad. He hit another ODI century against Pakistan in the 2023 Asia Cup. Kohli broke several records at the 2023 ODI World Cup.